This video is dedicated to the real OGs, the carest of car guys, the ones who will actually understand these jokes. You get it, you get it. If you know, you know. And here we go, what your favorite car engine says about you. VQDE. You probably played on your high school band and you enjoy making a lot of trumpet doot sounds. VQHR. Faster, lighter, stronger. Just kidding, you still like making trumpet noises, and the only difference is that you probably play on your college band this time. S85 V10. Do you like the way the Lamborghini Huracan sounds? Do you also lack the 200 grand needed to buy one? Well, good news, because you can get one that sounds just like it for 1/10 the price, but for an infinitely more unstable existence. I'm talking an existence that's so riddled with reliability issues and money-burning concerns that you make Gacha Gamers look like responsible human beings. And I'm not talking about Genshin Impact Gacha Gamers, I'm talking about fake Grand Order Gacha Gamers. Yeah, that's the level of unreliable we're talking about. Honestly, you're probably better off just saving up and buying for a Lamborghini V10 instead. Oh, well, Audi V10 I should say, because look, whatever, okay, moving on. Big block V8s. You like that BBC? And I ain't talking about the British Broadcasting Company, because I'm actually talking about big block Chevys. Heck, it don't matter which American one you liked, it could be Ford, Nopar, or Chevy. You already know that if it's got that 454, 427, 440, if its displacement CI started with the 4, it was just as God intended it. Rotaries. Do you like your wallet? Do you like having money saved? Do you enjoy seeing your bank account with negative balance? Look, no, of course you don't like any of the following because you like rotaries. EJ Boxers. Do you like blown head gaskets? Do you like being told the same STI joke over and over? Do you also like being sold the same engine over and over? This car is for you then. LS. Bum-ba-dum-bum. But okay, you know what? This joke has kind of run itself to the ground, and I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. Look, it's good cheat power. This is like the 10th billionth time I've mentioned the LS engine on this channel. I literally ran out of jokes for it. In fact, that's rather obvious because I've been repeating jokes for it. So yeah, LS good. Next engine. Except actually, it's still the best, always the best. It's the LS, 11 out of 10, IGN. It really makes you feel like a midlife crisis Corvette owner as you move around town with the exaggerated swagger of an American redneck. LT5. Okay, actually I'm gonna soften up my voice for this one because, so if you thought the second generation LT, in this case the LT6, that's in the C8Z06, was the first dual overhead cam Corvette engine, or really overhead cams in general, you would be wrong because the first dual overhead cam 4 valve per cylinder engine was actually found in the C401. That is actually quite a while back and not a lot of people know about this engine. It was a Lotus made V8. That is right, it was a Lotus engine in a Corvette. It makes a very beautiful sound. It's rather exotic sounding despite being a Corvette. And if you ever found yourself wanting an old V8 Lotus but don't want the reliability issues, the lack of parts, and really the expensive cost a lot of them are going for because they're more of collector cars these days, this is a good alternative. The C401 is a car that people kind of just forgot existed. I am now going to go back to using my meme voice because everything else in this, literally the next engine that I've written here it's just the epitome of meme. It is the RB26. Something Skyline, something fanboy, something R34, not the cool kind, the overrated car enthusiast sad boy kind. But hey, at least both of those R34s do share something in common, which is that they make
JDM fanboys
jizz to Japanese culture. LT, second generation. LS, but with VTEC. Yeah, I know that's not actually exactly true, but look, just shut up and take the joke. That's the best way I can describe it. 2 Jay-Z, as in you're gonna have to have 2 of Jay-Z's salaries to actually buy a 2 Jay-Z these days, especially, Mark IV Supra, because their prices are going for really stupidly insane. Look, I made a video about it. I'm gonna link it up here. You can go suffer if you really just hate yourself today and wanna ruin your morning. If you're not a JDM fanboy though, you'll find that video very funny. Otherwise though, you should just go buy a Lexus SC instead. Yes, I know it's not the exact same 2 Jay-Z, but it is indeed still 2 Jay-Z. And that statement alone, depending on how popular this video will get, probably can single-handedly ruin the SC market, in which case I will apologize ahead of time if I start driving up those prices. Ford modular 4.6 liter V8. Whether it was grandma's Crown Vic, the local police cruiser, your friend's loud Mustang, or a mother effing Koenigsegg, this engine was inside all of those cars. L28E, plot armor. The anime has definitely aged a lot more poorly because holy crap, Akio is just, or Akio, or whatever the heck you want to, look, I hate him, especially in the game, because if I have to lose another win streak and miss out on getting my carbon gauge, I swear to I'm going to find a director at Namco and shove an entire Wongon Midnight Maximum Tude arcade machine up there. Crossfire. Unreliable GM noises intensify. Oh, you want parts and a knowledgeable mechanic? Good luck, cause GM abandoned this platform barely over a couple years into release. This is the Windows 8 of Corvette engines. No one wants it, no one should want it. It should just be completely forgotten by existence. You either go carbureted or you go fuel injected. You don't do none of this halfway BS thing. Voodoo 5.2, angry American Ferrari doo-doo. Just kidding, it actually sounded pretty cool. I really like it a lot. Anyways, F20C, haha, 9k RPM go brrrr. My voice is starting to crack. Hold on, let me get a breath. Brrrr. Still not at 9k yet. Brrrr. SR20, you're probably some turbo hot boy on TikTok posting up. Hemi 5.7, the official sound of your local takeovers. 3-valve 4.6, the last thing a pedestrian hears before they see a Mustang hop a curb and veer right towards them. 392 Hemi, a car that has the credit score of the driver written on the side of it. Thank you, Dodge. Very helpful. Pentastar, the Clout Chaser Starter Pack. Seriously, no amount of plastic louvers, 3M taped on aerobits, crappy club stickers, fake sponsors, or annoying influencer handles plaster all over your car will ever make anyone want to follow you or take this engine seriously. Cyclone. As cool of a name for an engine that is, it's probably a white girl waiting in line at the local Starbucks. Unless you hear a subtle Boeing plane whining sound, in which case, be afraid, be very afraid. I think they also use this engine in like a Radical, so that's another reason why this can still be a decently cool engine. B58. I talked about the Mark V Supra in a very neutral manner in one of my later videos, and let's be real, everyone has known that I naturally don't have anything good nor bad to say about it, but nowadays, in today's day and age, not saying anything good about something apparently equates to hate. So I had this fanboy literally drop like a 5-paragraph full-blown essay in one of my videos about why I need to respect the Mark V Supra more. I'm not doubting any of that, but right now I'm literally just trying to talk as much as possible about not actually acknowledging the engine and just keep talking and talking during this entry, because I want to make that fanboy as angry as possible by just remaining as neutral as possible to completely prove the point that I as a human being have a different opinion than him and that he shouldn't be mad that his quote-unquote favorite influencer, or even if I'm not your favorite influencer, that an influencer in general has a different opinion than him on the internet, because you need to not be a brain dead and understand the fact that we humans should not all think the same, because then life would be boring. And I'm actually just going to stop talking about this entry and move on to the next entry, but before I do that, I'm just going to actually end this rant mid-sentence. But the B58 on the Z4, on the other hand, boom, uh-oh, number 1, undefeated, always the greatest, but bladed, they're basically the same thing. Shut the but just let me do what I want, alright? It's my channel, my rules. L48, sad fuel crisis noises. Coyote, howl at the moon and storm the night. A very muscular sound, but also to me, a very melancholic one. I'm not gonna end this video with that sad boy shit. Miss me with that BS. You freaking thought MFs. 5.0, more like 5 point slow. I would know. Because now that I fixed this car and have it side by side with my current car, it's insanely slow. It feels like the slowest car I've ever owned. And I love that because I can finally punch it around town and not break the speed limit. If this video made you laugh and you had lots of fun, make sure to share it to your friends and subscribe for future uploads. Now, I'm gonna say I only covered a lot of the mainstream engines in this video, but I know I still missed a lot of them. So make sure to comment below what engine you'd like to see in part 2, as well as a funny what you think an owner of that engine would behave as, and I will actually feature your comment in the next video. Until then though, thanks for watching and see y'all next time. Bladed Angel out.